All right, we're back again. Back again. I think I got everything going. Just double checking everything. Hello. Welcome. Anybody? It's okay. The stream just started. Today's going to be an interesting day. Very interesting. Or at least I think so. We'll get on into it. Just give it a minute. No point in delaying. Might as well just get to work. All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is. Welcome. Welcome back to another Blockbench stream. I thought yesterday went really well, so I'm back. Continuing more work on the blaster tank, which I've decided to rename. And we're gonna rename this as well. I've decided to change this guy to a blaster tank as opposed to the blaster bot. Yes, replace. All right. So we're getting started today. Well, not getting started, we're continuing work. In the last stream, if you missed it, we built, well, we made, put together this 3D model. This is the blaster tank. In that stream, I called it the blaster bot. I've decided to change it to a tank because, like, this guy looks like he would do a ton of damage with the cannon. I put a lot of thought into it, like, last night with what I wanted to do with this guy specifically. And this is what I went with. I also realized that I need to switch out these pixels for more of a groove. So we'll just do that real quick before we really get started. Might as well do these as well, the same color. Might as well just make it consistent. There was another change I wanted to make, but I don't remember what it was. Other than its name. Can't remember. Oh, that's right, these feet. I wanted to switch out the feet texture. Make those uniform. And then do the lighter color around the feet. Might as well turn mirror painting on. Should be simple enough. Is that all? Yeah, it's all of them. That looks better. Save that real quick. All right, so for those of you who watched yesterday's stream, today I wanted to share a little bit more information about the project that this is for. Because yesterday I kind of like streamed and didn't say anything about the project that we were working on. We made this guy and did nothing else. So I'm not like fully ready to announce absolutely everything, but I will say this. This project I've decided to code name Project Ruby. And I did this with my last modded project with Shiverburn. Shiverburn was called Project Libera, and if you were around during like Vault Hunter streams or anytime I was talking about it on stream or in a video, I'd always refer to it as Project Libera. This is for Project Ruby, which is my next big modded adventure map. Essentially, I intend to make a sequel, you could say, for Shiverburn. It's going to function pretty much exactly the same, a combat-based platformer. That is the idea. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's going to be enemies to fight, platforms to platform on, and levels to clear, and it's going to be fun. It's going to function very similar to how Shiverburn worked, but slightly different. Alright. Let's save project as Advanced Blaster Tank. And we can go back to this. That saved it as Blasterbot. I don't want to save it as Blasterbot. I want to save it as Blaster Tank. Why is it not saving? I think that worked. I should be able to close this down. I'll have to go through the files and tweak some things, but yeah, this is what we're working on, the Blaster Tank. So today we are going to greenify this guy, similar to what we have going on here. Green trims and nuclear powered whatever. It seems pretty cool. It's also worth noting that I also have a frozen variant of this texture, and this is very specific. I'm not going to tell you why I have a frozen variant of the texture, but I'll just kind of give you that little sneak peek. There may or may not be a freezing mechanic for this map, just like in the last one, but it'll be a little bit better. And also a little bit less limited. So I'm kind of looking at this guy. I think the first thing I should do is change out the fuel source to something more green. So let's just collapse everything. Except for the blaster. We will I just want to focus on gun for now. I think that looks really cool. Does the lens have a different color? I need to see what the basic looks like. Let's go into paint. If I pick this and then pick that, it is different. Oh, interesting. I did not realize I did that. So like that? Yeah, exactly like that. That's pretty cool. One thing I actually want to tweak about this guy's model is I kind of want to have like radioactive stuff or something dripping out this cannon. Let's do some of that. I need to turn mirror modeling off. Just a little bit of like radioactive stuff coming out. Ideally, if I go into edit, I can add another cube. This is a technique I did on some other models. I can create a completely flat surface, move it to there, and then append layer texture, and then there we go. It has its own unique texture now. I guess those would be like lighter. And so it's just like these little, yeah, I think that looks cool. I think that looks cool. I also need to switch this out in the back. I think that'll do. I also brought music this time. Let's get that going. Let's drop its volume a little bit. Actually, I don't need it. There's no one in here. I had Mario Kart World ready, but I don't really need it. I think this guy looks cool. We need to save this texture as not basic. Advanced Blaster Bot. Nope, not bot. Tank. And that should do. I'm actually going to go into that file and just remove it. Blaster bot texture. It would just remove those two. Okay, that works. Actually, let me see. Do I? No, I don't. I didn't. I'm just checking something real quick. Downloads, maybe? I do have this. I do have some more music. That'll do for now. That's much better. So yeah, I suppose I should say a little bit more about the project. One thing that bugged me about Shiverburn is that all of the enemies, and I do mean all of them, well, most of them, were pretty much just identical to each other. Like, there wasn't anything, like, crazy distinct. Like, all the soldiers had the same texture, basically. All of the, whatchamacallit. Yeah, all the soldiers had the same textures, all the tanks had the same textures. There wasn't anything, like, too distinct from anything else, which is a real shame. Because I really wish I did more with that project. I really wish I did more with those mobs. And so what I want to do for this project, for Project Ruby, I want to do more, like, distinct tiers of enemies. We're still doing the same, like, basic, advanced, and elite, but I want to do more tiers with this project specifically, adding additional tiers, such as Supreme, which is even more dangerous than Elite. And also potentially adding whatchamacallit. I can't think straight. I'm painting. Adding a lesser tier from basic, which would be like rusty. But I'm on the fence about doing rusty. I haven't done rusty yet. I tried for like hours to get a good rustic like palette, and I couldn't get anything to work. So I just kind of gave up. But if we can come up with a rustic palette, then by all means I'll go for it. Of course, as that's the case. Alright. I'm gonna import texture. And we will delete that. Paint that and save. Well, save. Cool. That should be the end of that. So anyway. The idea is I want to just make Shiverburn, but better and with a different theme, different mechanics, different abilities, and etc. I want to do more with this color. Maybe like on here. Whoops. I wasn't even paying attention. Still using the bucket. Maybe just like a pixel or so here, because I really do like this this radioactive palette, which I forget where I found it. I didn't make it myself, but I forget the name of the site. But it's like a pixel art palette site. This side doesn't have any bolts at all. Where's the body? This side just doesn't have any bolts or texturing at all. That's a shame. Neither is that side. Alright, that's something to fix. Just gonna add the bolts real quick. This side doesn't have bolts either, but that's too wide. I guess it's fine. Just gonna add like little reactive sections here. I do like this theme that like the advanced are powered by like nuclear energy, while like the basics are just like coal energy, and then like the elites are powered by like futuristic, and then I'm not sure what the Supreme are powered by, but it'll be cool. And since the body's gone, I might as well round these out. Nice little groove where the leg connects. I think as far as the radioactive bits are, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go back to the metal palette and start adding some green, which I don't want to add green. I like the bandana idea that I had there, but that wouldn't that wouldn't really work here. For sure these bits being green. Any sort of like pole or shaft or rod can be green. Pole in the middle. Did I do? I did. Oops. Connected colors. I'll actually do this here. Where are the legs? It's kind of hard to get precise on these. I'm sure I can get that sorted. That works. What is that part of? I should probably figure out what that's part of first. Oh, that's the neck. Yeah, I'm fine with that. What about that? Oh, there's actually a pixel there. That's odd. Wait, what was that? I saw what it was. What was it? I can't tell what that is. What is the space? Oh, it's that bit. It's like the cannon trigger. Oh, that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense now. Alright. Anything else I want to change? While I'm here? Anything else I want to greenify? Probably these bits here. Just with the hints of dark green. Break out the light green. Let me just do that. Should be fine to use brush. Already it looks a little bit better. I do want to add a band here, which was not on the basic, but that's okay. Whoops, I accidentally hit the finger. I really should, like, turn things off so they're not, like, I don't risk painting them accidentally. Does that work? Yeah, that's good. So, more green. Definitely needs more green. More green on the cannon. Just something like that. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it looks cool. Just more green. He definitely needs more, like, green in these regions, like on the arms. Maybe I do the fingers green. Let's just see what that looks like. Doesn't hurt to try. I didn't do that here, and I think I can tell why. Although, I don't know. Yeah, maybe not. Well, maybe. Maybe if I did, like... I don't know. Or do I want to do that? Probably don't. Maybe a green stripe or something? Maybe not. Definitely, like, I definitely need something on these bits. Maybe something like that. The idea is just make him green. Make him, like, distinct from the other side, or the other version. So it's like he's got like a little bit of waste like spilling out the front. Model-wise, he hasn't changed much, but that's fine. The main difference is really just the color. When I switch over to the Elite, I definitely want to swap out the cannon in the middle for something a little bit like more buff or something, or more effective, maybe like more futuristic or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. There's definitely some work to be done though. Not sure how I feel about this. So this is the basic. And this is the advanced. Is that enough? Definitely not. These side bits need more bits. I mean, like... I wish I could have these side by side. Maybe I can. I can kind of have them side by side. That's my advanced spot. Where'd that go? So... I don't know, looking at that... Not sure what I think. I think, for sure it definitely needs more green, but I just don't know how or where to put it. I guess it's just joys of experimentation. Maybe put some, like, symbols or something here. Just some dots or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. These big open, like, gray areas, I don't really know how to do something here. Let's... The legs are for sure fine. I'm very happy with the legs. It's just these sections. The arms I'm pretty happy with. It's just these sections, these bigger chunks. They just need more green. If I did something like this. Yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, that looks cool. Adds a little bit more texture. I can add some like greener patches or brighter color patches in like these corners or something. Just adds a little bit more texture. Yeah, I like that. I think I should actually do the same, more or less, on the inside. Oops. Which... How close to the edge do I want to get that? That's kind of my square. There we go. I'm actually gonna make that a darker. I can use a square. Oh no! It wasn't the right spot. It wasn't in the right spot, but it was. There we go. Let me turn the arms back on. Turn the blaster back on. There you go. What do we think? I think it looks pretty cool. I think that's a good advanced variant. Although, yet again, I still feel like I want to do something here. So maybe just like... Maybe just something like this. It's like, was it two-way? Just like a box. I don't know why, I like boxes when it comes to like drawing. Oh. That's why. Because it's not a paintbrush. I was like, why is my mouse not working? I think that's too much. Maybe just like a line down the middle. Something simple. Or maybe I'm overdoing it. I can draw a straight line that's not over. Maybe I'm overdoing it, but I think that looks okay. I think this looks okay. Now what to do with the Elite? And then I gotta figure out what to do with the Supreme. So, for reference, here's the basic Scrapper bot, and then here's the advanced. This is the basic blaster tank, and then this is the advanced. But for the Scrapper bot, this is the Elite. Obviously, the color changes, but most importantly, the weapon used also changes from the pickaxe to this drill bit. And I do have this model in game. This drill bit does spin, which is really cool, and it looks like he's gonna absolutely tear the shreds off your face. So I'm wondering, what do I do differently with this tank? Well, first things first, I'm gonna save it. And then I suppose we just save project as Elite Blaster Tank. And we can duplicate this. Elite Blaster Tank. Delete that. Because I can still open that. So that's the advanced. And then we're gonna make the Elite next. Boy. Well, first things first. We gotta figure out what to do with the cannon. Because I definitely want to do the cannon, like, differently. But how is that, how do you do a different cannon? Like, let me look up some images, see if I can't get an idea for a sci-fi cannon. Okay. Ooh. I like this. I like that approach very much. I'm not sure if it's safe to show this on stream. Oh, that's also a cool idea. It's just a quick Google image search. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. So everything. Let's collapse everything. Body, left arm, right. We will blanket and lock it. And this blaster, I suppose the only thing, blanket and lock it. I really should have that at the neck. Lock that piece as well. And then everything else, delete. I will delete that as well. Might have been a mistake. Actually, let me just undo that. Because I need this cannon for a sense of scale. Add new cube. I just want it for a scale. So, the image I saw has like the main barrel is like a super thin barrel, and then there's like two guider barrels on top of it or something. It's like, it looks really cool. Let's see if I can see what I can do. So we'll keep the same barrel length, but I'm probably going to not... It's definitely not keeping the same outer thickness. So something like that size might work for the barrel. And then for this back end, how tall is that? Oh, we can do even thinner. So I want to bring this in a little bit because I want this to be about the same length. Then we can duplicate that, bring it down to about here. And on the back end, what to do with this? I suppose just something like that big. Where does, I really need to know this, where does this connect with the body? Like right in the middle of the barrel. So like this line. So if I brought that over, okay, we can hide the body. I'll raise that up by 1. Raise this back. Something like this. How wide is this? It's 3. Ooh, that actually leaves... It means I can splice this. And this middle cube, I can actually shorten about like 2 pixels. Is it Z fighting? I don't think it's Z fighting. Once we amend these textures, then it'll look a little bit better. I definitely think this needs to be more bulked out a little bit. Pretty much as wide as the main gun. I want to shrink that back like 2 pixels, same on the bottom. And I think, obviously it's miscolored because we haven't mended it yet. But I think that is a pretty decent barrel. It's a good place to start. So let's highlight all of that, blank it, and move this into position around here. Turn the head on, and we'll turn the body back on just to see how it connects. I think we can make it look cool. I think it'll look much better once it's like textured properly. I could also shrink the head if the head seems like it's too big. Oh wait. This is too left centered. No, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Because I can always shift it over like that. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see where that placed them. I placed them kind of in not ideal places, but I guess the cannon bits are gone. That's the neck. I think this could look cool. We just have to give it the right colors. So let's do that. We will blanket the head. As for color palettes, I think the lighter color would actually work best here. I need to pull up the elite. So that color. Oh, I remember what palette I used for that. I'm assuming the eyes are the same way as well. Yeah, so let's use the lighter bits, and then I'm gonna mirror paint this just for ease. It's not gonna be green, this one's gonna be the blue. That's gonna look cool. Draw shape. Should have used that from the beginning, but it's okay. I also realized it's not exactly like centered. Well, it's not exactly a perfect cube. I definitely think that there should be a blue line running down the barrel like this. Top and bottom. I think that looks really cool. Oh, that leads to that problem. Oh, I get it, because those are viewed as the same texture. In which case, I'll just do that. And what we'll do is we'll do a full band around. And then we will... yeah, we'll just cap off the end here. We'll just do that. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm streaming here. I hate those Norton pop-ups. I really want to get rid of Norton because of them. Looking at these, I feel like those should be a darker color now. Ooh, maybe we do like gradient or something. I just don't want them to blend in because I know the main body is switching to a darker color. All right. It doesn't really stand out too much, but that's going to change once we darken the color. So what I want to do now is... where's the button? Image. Clear unused space. Perfect. So that gets rid of the gun texture, the original gun texture entirely. We'll keep them lighter like that for now. I also feel like there should be more on the back. Alright. Elite Scrapper Bot. What color are you? Third darkest. Got it. Which is the one selected. So basically any outside border... Whoops. Any outside border is going dark. And that's actually not an insignificant amount of the bot. As for the inner bits, slightly different. Change all the darker bits. That was a lighter bit. I wish I could do replace color. There's bound to be some inconsistencies, but I'm okay with that. That's part of the gun. That's not. Dog's barking up a storm. How cute. And we'll do this color for... Nope. For all the lighter bits. I realized I didn't do that section. I'll get to it in a second. Yeah, just like that, now the gun stands out a lot more. Because now we've dark gradified him. Though I do want the fingers to be... unlocked. Let's unlock everything. So we can actually paint them. And now we get the fun task of, yet again, changing all the green to blue. Which isn't gonna take forever at all. But hey, this is what we're working on. This is the process. Not gonna lie, I really wish I had some people in chat. It'd be pretty nice. Hi, Finn. Oh, look at that. I literally just asked It'd be nice to have some people in chat. And then someone showed up. How you doing? So yeah, how does that work? I need to switch out the palette. I need to get this radioactive nonsense out of the way. We need to switch it for more of this. Oh, mirror painting's on. That's why. More of this nicer color. I can actually do that in here. That'd actually be like a lot easier. One pixel at a time. It's quite simple. There is more. Okay. Then we, whoops. Switch up to the other blue. Slowly but surely, it's just like building in Minecraft. Except it's with perfectly solid colors of pixels instead of intricately textured blocks. Just give me a second and I'll show you the full thing. So that looks good on its own. I definitely need to do more with a gun. But yeah, let me just explain to you like what we're doing here. We're making robots for my new for my next modded project, Project Ruby. And so far, these are the ones that we've created. And they all look pretty cool. This is the one that we're working on now. Not sure how much longer I'm gonna go for, but this guy seems to have turned out pretty well. So let's compare them. It is the lighter color. I need to switch that. And then that, I think. Yeah, that's the color. And then I want to switch this out. Let's turn mirror modeling on. Oh, I can only do X and Z. That's a shame. But we're going to make this blaster look a lot cooler. Just by adding a few little details. I'm just adding a little bit of a gradient going up the barrel. And right in there, there's a single pixel like that. Yeah, basically, we're making an army of robots. Now, these are all bad robots. These are all going to be enemies that you fight for the next project. And I think that looks pretty cool. I definitely want to do a power source on the back. So let's just do that real quick. Whoops, mirror modeling again. We'll just do something like that. So like, looking back at this guy, You can tell it's the same robot, but obviously the weapon is drastically different. This guy's for sure gonna shoot lasers of some kind. High damage lasers, which that's gonna be ridiculous. I do think I should change these colors. Something like that a little bit. Maybe even the base here. Let's do connected colors. Just kind of change the weapon. Just so it looks a little bit better. Do that as well. I think that looks pretty sharp. Although I feel like these, whoops, bucket. These N-rods things, I'm not sure what to call them, these guiders, should be textured at the end. I think that looks absolutely, like, insane. If I saw that in the game, I would think I was about to die. That is gonna be one heck of an encounter. It's just a basic robot that shoots projectiles. I'm actually gonna switch out these colors. That's a good question. I know it's not many. Occasionally we get people in here, like you, who just come and say hi. And it's really nice. But yeah, I don't know the exact number. Like, I've got, like, almost 500 subscribers, but most of those people are from a while back when I used to do extended music. And nowadays I don't do that anymore. Can I stream this nonsense instead? I think this is a good place to call it. I feel like if I over detail, then it's not gonna look as cool. I think this is a good place to leave it. Not sure about the head-on view though. Like, side view looks intimidating as all get out. But it's okay, Finn. I'm more than happy with even just having one other person here it makes my day. I don't need big numbers to make me happy. But yeah, this looks absolutely ridiculous. I feel like I need to do less with these bits. Maybe changing out. Oh. Maybe changing out these brighter patches for like the darker, for this darker texture or color. Just some of these spots. So that they don't look as odd. I need to hide the body so I can get the inner arm. Should probably just do that in the air. Oh yeah, that's much easier. He's gonna shoot lasers out of his chest. I'm not entirely sure the... Not entirely sure how to answer that. Whoops. Turn the body back on. think this looks nice. I just realized I was like, oh yeah, I think I should just call it quits here, and then I immediately continued just detailing. I don't know what to stop. A wise man once said, a deciding factor is knowing when to stop. And then he proceeded to not know when that time was. And made a mess of his painting. Yeah, I think those bits look a lot better than the brighter color. There are still more here. And there's some up top. Cool. Okay, now I'm done. I gotta lock this in. That's pretty cool. Hello. I can tell. What do you think, Paul?
Interesting. Fascinating. Womp.
And Paul, this is the basic.
Okay. And basic looks a little better.
He's got a gun. No.
Going to purchase too.
LOL.
No, but seriously, I might do that.
I feel like the gun should stick out the back a little bit. Or there should be something else on the back. Paul is my brother. He likes to pop in every now and again. So if I just duplicated this and just strap it here and resize it a little bit. I think that would help a little bit. Just have a little something more back here. Should probably, yeah, get the shape. Get the square. Yeah, just big blaster. I love how this guy has turned out so far. That's messing with me. That is seriously messing with me, this line. Like, when I highlight it and it has the purple there, it makes me want to just do that. But then when I don't highlight it, that looks too thick. But now it looks fine. But if I click onto it, it looks... that messes with me so much. It's driving me crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase the problem altogether. Whoops. I'm just going to... I'm just gonna bridge the gap a little bit. Make this look like a uniform box or something. I'm also gonna remove these bolts. Now we can add a big power source to the back. A battery or something. Yeah, the last project I did, Shiverburn, all the enemies were these, like, soldier guys, and it didn't really look too good. None of them were distinct, none of them were, like, crazy or anything. They were just all generic soldiers, and I was really disappointed, because In my head, I thought it would look better because I was gonna I added armor. So this time around, I want to make it so the 3 different tiers, well I guess there's 4. The 4 different tiers all visually look different in some way, shape, or form. And giving them all like different models and different textures and stuff is a good way to do that. So that's what we're doing here. I should really turn mirror modeling on. So let's just repaint this. So it paints it on the other side. Yep. Yep. I still think that's too much. Let's trim it down a little bit. I think that looks a little bit better. I didn't do this bit. Sure, I'm doing that bit. That underneath as well. I need to stop doing this. I need to stop. Otherwise I'm gonna overdo it. I just know it. I do think that's a little bit. These are legs. These are legs right here. So if I go into editor, these all freely rotate. Minecraft has a built-in animation for legs. So as long as the leg is just identified as a leg, Minecraft will automatically identify it. Kind of. Same with the back legs as well. These all rotate. This one's a little bit more weird. I don't think this guy is going to be doing too much moving. I could make it so he just stands in place and shoots. I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Just making it so he just stands in place and shoots. Big sound effect. Someone left my door open. Just give me 1 second.
Dinner.
Cool, I'm streaming. Alright. Dinner time. So I gotta wrap it up, unfortunately. But before I go, I might as well show you if it would load. There we go. This is the Supreme variant of the Scrapper bot, which is this guy. There are 4 tiers of enemies in this game. Basic, Advanced, Elite, and Supreme. And all of them just kind of are more powerful, faster, they have more HP, they do more damage, basic stuff that you would expect from increasingly difficult enemies. So we gotta take this design and then translate it over to here, and I'm probably gonna end up doing that off camera, but because I gotta get off now. I've got dinner and then I gotta go to church. But for the time being, I just want to say thank you, Finn, for joining me this afternoon. It means a lot. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and the music is probably gonna cut abruptly, but we'll see what happens. See you later, by the way.